From deadly shark attacks to toxic radiation, here are 9 of the most dangerous beaches in the world. Number 9. Gansbaai, South Africa. Known as the Great White Shark Diving Capital of the World, the stretch of water between Gansbaai and Dyer Island in South Africa is also known as Shark Alley. These sharks are drawn to the area because of the colony of 60,000 Cape fur seals living in and around that small channel of water. Instead of driving people away, the sharks are the main source of tourism in the area. Visitors from all over the world come to go cage diving in order to see these predators up close. In 2013, a couple on their honeymoon went on a cage dive and a great white approached, swam right past the bait, bit its head through the bars, and thrashed around trying to get at the couple. It almost killed the groom, but he survived. The near tragedy prompted critics to tell people to not cage dive, citing that chumming waters looking for sharks leads to fatalities. Number 8. Chowpatty Beach, India. Chowpatty Beach is both India's most famous beach and one of the most polluted in the world. Even though the sea is unfit for swimming, every year hundreds of locals celebrate the Hindu festival of Ganesha Chaturthi on the beach. For a long time, the beach itself was covered in debris and scraps from salvaged ships. In August of 2016, the sands of the beach mysteriously turned black. Number 7. Fraser Island, Australia. Fraser Island off the coast of Australia is the world's largest sand island. This paradise is extremely popular for camping and ecotourism, but before you go, you should be aware of what lurks beneath the sand and sea. Sharks and potentially deadly jellyfish fill the waters around Fraser Island. Rip currents also pose a threat to swimmers and surfers. The beach isn't much better either. The island is home to some of the world's deadliest spiders, wild dingoes, and large crocodiles. Spinal injuries are also common from visitors careening around the sand dunes on four-wheelers. Every year there is a steady stream of accidents. The RACQ CareFlight is a charity-backed service that doesn't charge its patients for rescue helicopter missions. From 2013 to 2014, the helicopters flew 64 rescue missions to Fraser Island. During an average summer holiday, 40 to 50 emergency calls are made to paramedics. So far, at least one child has been killed by dingoes on Fraser Island, and countless others have been stung by the Irukandji jellyfish and had to be airlifted out. Number 6. Island of La Réunion, Indian Ocean. This little-known gem in the Indian Ocean, 140 miles from Mauritius, is one of the most intriguing spots on Earth. With an active volcano, forests, mountains, and scenic beaches, what more could you ask of the tropical paradise? Just don't go into the water. For some reason, the waters of La Réunion are one of the most dangerous shark attack spots in the world. While in Mauritius, people are happily swimming, surfing, snorkeling, and scuba diving, at La Réunion, people barely dip more than a toe in the water because of a fear of shark attacks. This means that in the past 5 years, 13% of all the world's fatal shark attacks have occurred on this 40-mile-long island. In 2013, officials placed a ban on swimming and surfing on more than half of the coastline. Before 2011, shark attacks were infrequent and rarely fatal. No one is sure why there are suddenly so many sharks in the area. One victim of the attacks was a 13-year-old up-and-coming surfer named Elio Canestri in April 2013. He went surfing after leaving a note for his mother and was killed while surfing in an unmonitored area. Tiger sharks have also been seen in the waters around Réunion. In 2015, the island spent €2 million on 2 shark-proof fences to help people feel safe again in the water, and locals are hoping to bring back surfing. Number 5. Staithes, UK. Staithes Beach in Yorkshire, England hides a dangerous secret. This romantic seaside village was named the most polluted beach in Britain by the Marine Conservation Society and is one of the worst in Europe according to the campaign group Surfers Against Sewage. People who swim or play in the waters of Staithes Beach risk catching illnesses like acute diarrhea, E. coli, meningitis, typhoid fever, and hepatitis A. The enclosed harbor keeps the contaminated water stagnant and the ocean water is unable to dilute it. Chronic sewage issues mean swimming or surfing in this fantastic spot could be a serious risk to your health. This picturesque beach has consistently fallen below water quality levels for the past 20 years and has failed the tougher standards set by the European Commission in 2010. Number 4. Playa Zipolite, Mexico. Welcome to Zipolite, the beach of the dead. In Oaxaca, Mexico is a 1.5-mile stretch of beach popular among hippies and nudists. However, its huge waves and dangerous undercurrents have led to many deaths by drowning. The currents there move in circular patterns that drag unwary swimmers out to sea. In 1995, a lifeguard team was stationed on the beach to help prevent the nearly 50 deaths a year. Over 180 people are rescued from the waters every year. Blogger Brian Danger tried to save 2 men caught in a swirling hole of water caused by the currents. He couldn't get close enough without drowning himself. A local on a boogie board was able to rescue 1 man, but the other one didn't make it. As if that weren't enough to deter you from getting into the water, Playa Zipolite also averages about 12 shark attacks per year. Number 3. Shield Bay, Russia. Shitovaya Bukta, or Shield Bay, the same thing, in Russia is known as one of the greatest surfing spots in the world according to Surf Atlas. But it's not the waves that makes this place dangerous, it's the military presence. In order to be able to surf in Shield Bay, you have to secure a special surfing permit due to the number of restricted military facilities in the area. Radiation there has caused some incidents, but because of the close-lipped nature of Russian media, it's hard to find out the details. As if that weren't enough, opposite from Shield Bay is the Zvezda Naval Yard that houses underground radioactive storage units which have allegedly begun to crack and are leaking radiation. Allegedly. So even if you are able to secure a permit and survive the treacherous waves, you have radioactive waste coming at you from all sides. Swim at your own risk. Number 2. North Sentinel Island, Andaman Islands. In the Andaman Islands in the Bay of Bengal is North Sentinel Island, one of the most isolated places on Earth. From the sky, it looks like paradise with amazing beaches and dense forests. The island is already inhabited by a tribe who will kill anyone who lands on the beach, so this probably makes it the most dangerous beach in the world. The Sentinelese tribe lives cut off from the rest of the world. Numbering anywhere from 50 to 400, they respond with hostility to outsiders and made headlines in 2006 after they murdered 2 fishermen who had illegally approached the island. In 1896, an escaped convict drifted onto the shores of North Sentinel by accident. A few days later, a search party found his body on a beach, his throat slit, and his body punctured by arrows. In 1974, a group of researchers arrived on the island to film a documentary, only for the director to take an 8-foot arrow in the thigh. A few of the recordings from that visit were included in the larger documentary, Man in Search of Man. There was concern that the 2004 tsunami had killed this isolated tribe. However, it was soon discovered that the Sentinelese had survived, moving to the highest point on the island before the giant wave struck. Because of the risk of death or injury, all trips to the island are banned and the Indian Navy maintains a 3-mile buffer around North Sentinel Island. Number 1. Northern Territory and Queensland, Australia. Australia has all kinds of dangerous critters to watch out for. Swimmers have to watch out for shark attacks, currents, jellyfish stings, and all kinds of other natural dangers. In 2015 alone, there were 29 shark attacks, 34 recorded drownings, and 40 jellyfish stings across the nation's coast. These jellyfish have 40 tentacles that can grow over 2 meters long. It has the most rapidly acting venom known to science and can kill an adult in just 5 minutes. Not only are these jellyfish huge and practically transparent in the water, but are found in large swarms along the coast of the Northern Territory of Australia. Irukandji jellyfish are much smaller than the box jellyfish. The sting from one of these is only mildly painful, but after about 30 minutes, severe back and abdominal pain, limb or joint pain, nausea and vomiting, sweating, and anxiety can develop. 4-meter saltwater crocodiles have also been seen lounging on the shores in Queensland. Hundreds of people have drowned since 2014 due to ocean rips for just being irresponsible swimmers. A now infamous stretch of coastline between Port Macquarie and Byron Bay in mid-North NSW has seen a string of 12 shark attacks since August 2014. For more videos, click right here. Thanks for watching and be sure to subscribe. See you soon!